Welcome to Ladies Cocktail Hour again for yet another webisode. As you can see tonight, my friend Joanne is not with us, but I have a special guest. This is my friend Melissa.
Hi.
And she has come here to talk to you about a very sensitive subject, douchebags. Melissa, let me ask you a question. Have you had an opportunity to ever date a douchebag?
Absolutely. Many of them.
So you're probably an expert. And
I wouldn't say that, but
okay. Well, maybe not an expert. Okay. Whatever. There are all kinds of douchebags, and there are, big douchebags, little douchebags. There are the liar douchebags, the cheater douchebags. Those are one and the same. You found that there's all sorts of different types.
yes.
And what would you say are the at worst case scenarios of a douchebag?
I'd have to say, let me see. Oh, I'm not. I'm wearing the ring, but I'm not really married, and full of themselves.
And the full of themselves. Well, that's great because there are quite a few of them out there, and one of the topics of douchebags that we cover, they're not necessarily cheaters, they're not necessarily liars. What they are is self-absorbed, just completely self-absorbed. And I was lucky enough to have somebody that was willing to come on the show who is a self-professed, self-absorbed douchebag, and let us talk to him. And I am just so pleased to have him come out here and share his perspective with us, his life perspective with us, because as Ladies Cocktail Hour, we are here to get to the bottom of things. Before I have him come out, I would like to also introduce our signature cocktail tonight. I'm drinking a fantastic Equity Darling. That's right, it's called an Equity Darling. And because as women, we want equity in our relationships. And quality. We want quality too. That's right. We do. We should call it an equity quality. That's right. Mine is a little bit lighter than Melissa's because I think that Melissa isn't really drinking an Equity Darling because she didn't really like it. But I will tell you it's awesome. Okay? And I'll tell you what's in it. It's crème de banana and mango juice. And I love it. She is not really a, kind of fancy-dancy drinker, so my good old friend Melissa has been happy to put her beer in that glass over there. And ladies, it's Ladies Cocktail Hour. It's beer. It's about you. So you put in the drink that you want in the glass.
Absolutely.
Make sure your glass looks damn good. That's all I have to say. So anyways, it's time to bring out our special guest. The man who has had the courage to come and face us. The self-professed douchebag of douchebaggery, but only in a self-absorbed sense. He is coming out here to talk to us about his perceived awesomeness and our perception of his problem. So come on out. I'd like to give a round welcome of applause to my dad. So this is my dad, and I have a long history with him, 32 years of him being my dad, or around there. Okay?
32 years.
Or maybe around there.
Girls never tell their real age.
I'm not telling my real age.
And I am 28.
Yeah, it probably is, okay? Anyways, I've gotten to know him very well over those 32 years, and there's a few things that I can count on from him, and that is, I love him. He's a good guy, really, but he's a little self-absorbed. So I want to talk to you about where you come from. What is your mindset? Like, do you get up every morning and say, I decide to be a douchebag, or do you make an assessment, do blood draws, and say, damn, it's still in my DNA? What is it?
I guess I can answer it this way. I didn't understand a damn word you said.
Listen, he's not funny, Melissa. She really didn't read the script.
No, because
she's supposed to be mad at him.
All right, listen.
Okay, what?
You know why it's funny? I'm going to tell you why it's funny. Because he has no idea that he's even being a douchebag.
Right now.
And I'm saying,
you're right.
My point is to this fact of the matter is that when he was sitting over there patiently waiting, he was, let's get this over with. And he's not patient. So there we go.
Well, because when I was over there, I was being self-absorbed. And now
because it was all about you.
I don't want to
know
be
that.
self-absorbed. I want to share myself with the rest of the.
All right, well then share some truth here, okay?
Okay, first of all,
share some truth.
you women have the wrong idea.
Okay.
Okay, see, we have evolved. All right, we've evolved. When I met your mother, there were only douchebags. but it's like, the ape dragging his going back to geology or whatever.
What, dragging your
the
balls
big
behind
bang
your
theory, the monkey dragged his
feet?
and then stood up straight, he became a man, that kind of thing. Well, over the years, we have evolved too.
Yeah.
And you might be very wrong. You might not have dated a douchebag.
You want to get an argument? I can
You
tell
have
you.
to listen to me because I'm an expert at this.
Oh.
I'm the expert here, you are not. We also, in our evolution, we have scumbags and dirtbags. So you might have had one of those.
Oh,
Okay,
that's true.
wait a minute.
No,
And I have a
I
question.
think, there's a possibility.
No, I have a question. And what's the difference between a douchebag and the scumbucket you're
You
basically
mean a
describing?
scumbag and a douchebag? Well, first of all, I will explain to you. Douchebags are very well evolved, okay? And I can look around this room and see such beautiful artwork. Where did that ever come from, I wonder?
Okay, that's the difference.
You know what? Okay.
Whereas a douchebag, a scumbag and a dirtbag would not notice that.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to hope that my producer edits the hell out of it because you're exhausting me. Okay. But that you have done a good job at my whole childhood. So anyways, let's go back to let's just throw some case scenarios at you, okay? Since you're in your whole evolution theory bullshit, which I will say honestly made no sense at all. And you're not even drinking. I am really curious what's going on in that brain of yours. So let's keep it simple. Okay, when, say, you have been home all day, and maybe, say, a certain lovely woman has been at work all day.
Mm-hmm.
Who makes dinner?
Who makes dinner?
Who makes dinner?
The maid.
No, that's a lie. Who makes dinner?
The maid.
Oh, well, would you say my wife? Could you say that?
Well, she's my maid. She comes home at night and she puts on that little cute little outfit and she
called her
cooks
pajamas.
dinner. Yes.
She cooks dinner. And
Yes,
you've been home all day.
Yes.
What have you been doing? Napping? Have you been napping? Playing on your computer? Just wondering.
I have a very busy schedule.
Exactly.
In order to be really efficient as a douchebag, you have to practice a lot. And you have to stay on top of your douchebag game. And that takes an awful lot of work.
I'm so proud of him for at least being willing to admit it. But you know what the problem here is, ladies? And pay attention to this. When a man is a self-professed douchebag, they're not even looking for help. They're proud of it. That's kind of scary. So you want to know what? If they are a douchebag in denial, or if they're self-professed, either way, it's a bad freaking juju, and stay the hell away from them. Now, although he's my father, and I grew up in the house and was raised by him, I thankfully, because he was so proficient at being a douchebag, it gave me inspiration to not marry one. And you want to know what, ladies? Just remember that. If you're with a jerk, your kids are either going to go for the same thing you went for, or they're going to go for the complete opposite. I shoot for the complete opposite, just saying.
There is no such thing as a complete opposite.
Yes, there is.
No. I'm sorry. You
Oh my gosh, we're going to get philosophical now.
Oh, well, you could say, as her friend is having the addictomy.
She is having an addictomy.
You did say addictomy.
It's an addictomy. It's a sexual surgery.
Yeah, well, she's evolving also. She's becoming a transgender. And as a transgender, she must like something about douchebags.
No, she's just going to come and teach the world how to do it right.
All right. So when you were younger,
Yes.
were you consider yourself a douchebag or a ladies' man?
I was a ladies' man douchebag.
Did you hold, when you were first dating your wife, did you open the door for her and all that stuff, or would you just let her get in the car?
Oh, I always held the door open for her. And I expected her to say thank you.
So, on that note, it was absolutely wonderful interviewing Dad tonight. If you happen to notice this is going to be one of my most edited versions, it's because there's a lot of random shit just flying around here and none of this makes sense. As a matter of fact, I would say this webisode makes less sense than anything I've ever read or studied or watched.
Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, before you Well, I always used to say it when you were a little girl. You have such a big mouth. But I want you to...
It's true, and a white smile too, just saying.
I want you to recognize the fact that I am a douchebag that belongs to the Screen Actors Guild, so I have some say in the editing of this.
I thought that was the Porn Screen Actors Guild, Daddy.
It is, but it doesn't matter. It's a Screen Actors Guild. We have contracts. We have standards.
Anyways, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I look forward to our next...
Not seeing you again?
Listen,
Am I coming back on the show sometime?
I doubt it.
No.
I think it's probably unlikely.
Now, wait a minute. Excuse me, Melissa.
Listen,
What?
I don't think so. Yeah.
She
This isn't
said
likely.
she asked me to be on the show. I've come here from a long way off, and now she's going to
Well, he's way off.
She's going to edit me out of the show.
Now,
No, you'll be there.
Portsmouth is
You'll be
a
there.
long ways out. That's not too far.
You're going to be
David
edited. You are going to be edited like this is an episode of Survivor, and everything that you say that's going to make you look worse will appear on the show. I just want you to know. And anything that makes you look slightly redeemable, gone. Just saying. Okay. Anyways, I would just like to say.
Really, I'm at a loss for words.
I know. We gathered that about 15 minutes ago.
Wow, you know what? I have to say, if you can keep a guy that's a douchebag who lost the words, wow, we did our job pretty good.
And you want to know what? Let's give big cheers. We're going to say goodbye, but let's give a big cheers to my mother. To my mother, who I will not say who she is, for I don't want to scare her, but to her, because she's awesome. I want to tell you guys to tune in to our next episode. You can find us at ladiescocktailhour.com. On the website, you feel free to leave any comments and any concerns or any questions. And go ahead and like us on Facebook. And thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, Dad. I do think it was really brave of you. And
I'm glad.
and I love you.
I just want to say one thing. I'm glad I could carry the show for you.